Hey guys, good to be back. So after the trip that is gonna be a brief disappearance, we are gonna be embracing not one, not two, not three, but four different updates to the overall performances in Honkai God Rail's endgame content in Memory of Chaos, Pure Fiction, Epoch Shadows, as well as Anomaly Arbitration. Now, personally, for me, I hate Pure Fiction, so I'm just gonna kill this immediately. So there's actually just gonna be 3 updates for MOC, Epoch Shadows, as well as Anomaly Arbitration, right? So without further ado, let's just jump straight in on the very first update, and that is on MOC Stage 12. The fastest clearing teams are actually going to be run May into HMC, signaling the resurgence of a super break sustainless run, followed by a he into an Evernight, into a he into an Evernight, which does in fact show that Remembrance is still holding on their ground, especially with Cyrene and Asterisk. Then Elation is gonna be following soon after with the inclusion of Huan, Yao Guang, and Silver Wolf at full E0. Holy shit, I literally just realized Avanesia just got completely fucking destroyed by a Silver Wolf sample size of a 60% appearance rate against a 17.34, yet still clearing by 0.5 cycles faster than Avanesia. So for those LARPing on about who is a better Elation DPS, Silver Wolf or Avanesia, then maybe this is gonna be at least a potential point of reference for you guys to make your own deductions. I just want to say though, I'm actually a little bit surprised that E0 Avanesia is like that much slower, because we are using Huan, which does have a pretty high appearance with a decent enough clear cycle here. So maybe Avanesia truly is just gonna be that E1 merchant, because we always do our compares, at least for my account anyways, E2 to E2, right? So let me know what you guys think in the thoughts and comments, but this is actually our first time getting a closer look for the Elation wars between Silver Wolf and Avanesia. Other than that, Hyacinth is still going to be sticking on with our Remembrance flagship. Fugue is still going to be chilling, and then obviously our fastest clearing break DPS is going to be Firefly. Slower clears because some people ran Sustainless, some people did not run, so it's going to be fine. Well, Yang, a whopping increase in overall performance from a 10 cycle to an 8 cycle average, but this is with full E0. I am assuming it is also gonna be done with an E0 welt, which the performance gap between an E0 and E4 is honestly absolutely substantial. So I would assume that if I were to see E2 plus, yeah, it says up to E2, it will still not account for Welt's Island, because his big breaking point is going to be at E4, right? And this tier list only goes on to E2, so it is what it is. EMC is going to be chilling, DHPD is fine, Nisha is fine, Eminence, as we just talked about it. DOT kind of just hanging about, right? Not super tier 0, but not super tier 3, so that's going to be all good. Asheville going to be coming in right here. M-Blade's first ever performance in Memory of Chaos is actually going to be at an 8.59 cycle, slightly behind Sparksy main DPS as well as Asheville sub DPS. Fusion is just gonna be a one guy. I would say the potential reason why M-Blade at E0 S1 is number one. His Lycon is really just not really a good cost investment anyways. You shouldn't be getting E0 S1 Blade over E1 S0 because you can work yourself towards the E2. And second of all, I think a lot of Blade, right, M-Blade users, they are probably using M-Blade to wheelchair, right? Because he has been, like, I mean, you can just take a look at Prydwen's personal data for his review, right? This is literally God, right? He's a God. Alright, he is basically the strongest character in the entirety of HSR. So I think a lot of people took Prydwen's review for Blade to heart and basically slapped bro on with every single fucking DPS in the world, which inevitably will bring down his performance, especially if you force him to wheelchair older DPSs like your acheron, feixiao, Argenti, Jingyuan, fucking Scylla, all the kind of stuff. You are probably gonna be getting a wider gap in performance, even though I would say Blade as a main DPS is probably gonna be absolutely exceptional, which I actually do not see an Blade main DPS. Wait, where is Blade main DPS? Huh. There's no Blade main DPS and stuff. Okay, I guess Blade is never really a main DPS because his main DPS is basically with acheron, and acheron is a main DPS. So if that's gonna be the logic, then I can kind of see where that is. Slightly falling behind Blade is going to be, okay, just Amplifier for now. You know what? Completely fair because it's gonna be easier. Sunday and Teep is actually gonna be coming in as 8.62, which honestly is just quite crazy because this is E0. Alright, this is E0 Teep, the original version 3 wheelchair. And the original version 3 wheelchair is only 0.03 cycles slower than a version 4 wheelchair at E0 to E0. So imagine if you got yourself an E1 TV, I think this can easily go up to like around the second bar, which is actually incredible fucking value for 2 cores if you do have that E1 Teep, right? But then again, there's one advantage that Teep has, which Blade does not, and that is unfortunately the power of right? Then eventually went up a little bit, Sparkle went up a little bit, Evernight, alright, then RMC, Silver Wolf, okay. Acheron actually improved the performance by a decent amount at 8.84, actually somehow out clearing an E0 final. You know what? That's not even a surprise because E0 final is going to be E0 final. So that's going to be there. A Cerebro at 8.9. A Nexa is kind of falling off a little bit. Oh, what the fuck happened to E0 Archer, guys? Oh, that crazy, bro. What the fuck happened to E0 Archer? I can't even relate because both my free-to-play account and my main account has a E1 Archer.
The greatest
comedy free-to-play. Alright, so that is a bit of a yikes because, wait, the feixiao not clear. Okay, that is just insane fucking skill issue, right? That is literally, okay, you know what? Hey, as a matter of fact, shut the fuck up, guys. Shut the actual fuck up. There's a reason why I have this tab, right? The Genius Archive for the Genius, right? If I can kindly divert your fucking attention to this right here, right? I'ma just kindly divert your attention to this right here, alright? Alright, hey. Hey! 3 core 0 cycle, 4 core 0 cycle, bro. So don't even go there, bro. Like, don't even fucking go there. So this is 100 fucking billion thousand% a fucking skill issue right here, right?
The greatest feixiao agenda pusher that has ever lived.
Hey, what's that, guys? Hey, what's that? Oh, so it's 3. Okay, let's see acheron, guys. Okay, if acheron does it in like 4, I concede. Alright. Oh, there's no such thing. Oh, wait. Okay, this has a standard 7. Okay, bro. We're gonna talk about it, right? We are going to fucking talk about it right now, bro. We are going to fucking talk about it. Bro, do you think this shit is lower or higher cost than 2 plus 7, bro? Bro, don't even fucking lie, bro. Don't even fucking lie, bro. That's E6 well yang. That is a E6 well yang, right? That is definitively speaking 9 cost. As you guys can see, she is in fact using the free light code. Basically free light code. Sorry, my bad. Basically free light code. Fuck all the fucking free-to-play fucking cobras that want to play with their 4-cost E0 S0. Go fuck yourselves. We are just gonna be playing this account the way I want to play my fucking account in my HSR. And then if we are gonna be having a problem with the cost, take a hike, hop on the HSR General, ask Toonhub to give you guide advice. So with that being established, listen. And there it is. God Rail is God Rail. Because only in Honkai Got Real can you get a fucking E6 character for a grand total of 0 fucking boosts. Okay, I guess we did pull for the E2, but these 4 islands, we spent a grand total of a 0 fucking boost. So with all that being established, right, that is 9, bro, don't even go there, bro. Bro, don't even say free, bro. The free light code, basically free. Bro, don't even say free, bro. So at the end of the day, right, when I say this is 9 costs, this is fucking 9 costs, right? Can we all agree? E if you agree. E if you agree, right? So this is a 9 cost 0 cycle against a 3 cost 0 cycle. This is a typo because we do see feixiao over there, but that is in fact a 3 cost 0 cycle with M-Blade, Asheville, feixiao, as well as RMC. Whereas, okay, you know what? Let's just take a look at what other clears acheron have, alright? Okay, so that is a 3 plus 5, 2 plus 7, 4 plus 5. Right, that is a lot. Okay, the first 0 cycle that acheron has is 5 costs. That is the first 0 cycle. With no free costs, right? No free costs, that's 5. Whereas for feixiao, that is a 3, bro. That is in fact a 3 cost plus 0. Or even if you want to take this away and toy with Mose, that is still a 4 cost plus 0 region. And the only fucking reason, right? The only reason is because Welt Yang works so much better with acheron. Bro, can you imagine if they rework Kelala? Bro, imagine they rework Kelala to be like 10,000 follow-up attacks with Starrock. Then we can play this fucking game all over again, where Kelala is feixiao's brand new sub DPS follow-up attack chain animation with the infinite follow-up attack spam for my feixiao to get infinite ultimate. So, moral of the fucking story, right? Moral of the fucking story.
The greatest feixiao agenda pusher that has ever lived.
Classic feixiao W at a 4 cost 0 cycle against a 5 cost 0 cycle for acheron versus feixiao. Any violent objections? No violent objections. Okay, we are gonna be moving on into our E2 right now. That's gonna be really, really good. Oh, would you look at it? Hey, where's acheron, guys? I don't see acheron in the top 3, bro. Bro, I don't see acheron, bro. Hey, where's that? Wait, hey. Just show me where's acheron. Just show me where's acheron, guys. Oh, she's non-existent, right? Because she doesn't fucking exist, bro. Bro, she doesn't fucking exist at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Bro, where did she go, actually? Oh, she cleared barely slower than a fucking hue. I see, guys. That is just such an exception. After her dedicated support, by the way. After more than explained, by the way, we have a E2 acheron clearing a 5.11 cycle against a 4.05 feixiao. You know why Mose is so fucking high? It's because feixiao is a good DPS, guys. Like, it is what it is. I guarantee you this 0.09 Mose, it was done with feixiao. Right? It was not done as a standalone creator. It was purely because feixiao is in fact a great DPS that synergizes with Mose, leading us to the greatest fucking clear in the entire memory of chaos. Other than that, I don't really think there's gonna be too much of a discussion as to why feixiao is the greatest DPS. Oh, by the way, disclaimer for this entire tier list. These are just purely my subjective opinions. And frankly speaking, at this point, I just kind of like playing this whole feixiao versus acheron things. So if you're gonna get rage baited or not get rage baited, I stand by my points with all 10 toes, by the way. Because at the end of the day, chat, this shit ain't free. The free light code. Basically free light code. Sorry, my bad. Basically free light code. Nah, bro. This shit ain't free. If this shit is free, bro, why does not everyone in HSR have an E6 well? And there it is, right? Okay, so let's just move on to the next portion of this video. And that is gonna be... Ooh, wow. Okay, Silver Wolf is actually doing very, very well, even on E2, by the way. On a 4.5 cycle, just barely slower than Ceridra. Okay, she's slightly faster than Firefly, but Evanesia is still a little bit, a tiny bit behind Silver Wolf on average by 0.05 cycles, clearing the exact same speed as Firefly, which I just think is kind of crazy because like this current buff against Calamity Sam, we do have ourselves ultimate damage though. So I'm frankly a little bit shocked that Evanesia is somehow clearing slightly slower, especially at an E2 baseline. Alright? Okay, to be fair, E2 Silver Wolf, there is just one thing that's holding E2 Silver Wolf back. And it's not Hui Hui, by the way. It's Sparksy. Sparksy low-key holding Silver Wolf back. Because for the Sparksy's slot right there, you could actually just slot in either an E1 Yao Guang or just hop on up over with the EMC, bro. The reason why I say this, chat, right? The reason why I say this. Can I close this real quick? If you just take a look at this, right? I'm not saying that 0 cycles should be a benchmark for Honkai Star Rail, because it shouldn't, right? We should never ever use 0 cycles as a way to measure a unit's performance. But that being established, I think it's really interesting cost maxing wise, because I am a firm believer in cost maxing. You can check out our cost maxing video. Between E0 to E2, there was never a point where Sparksy's cost was prioritized over Yao Guang, or even R-Style or EMC. What the f... Is that a 3-man 0 cycle? Oh, that shit crazy, bro. Holy shit, that shit fucking crazy, bro. Oh, that is a silly 0 cycle. Okay, then we do have one over here finally with E0, E1, E0, and E6. Not saying that Sparksy is gonna be a bad DPS, but more so in terms of like best bang for buck with that cost. You might be having better results getting an E2 Silver first before getting Sparksy, alright? And it also just depends on what the Elation Sustain is going to be doing going forward in the future, right? So that's going to be... Bro, I love Sparksy mains, bro. Bro, you know me, bro. I have like 10 different emotes of Sparksy and Spark on my channel, so this is not a hate video for Sparksy. It is just a matter of fact, right? Results, performances, not strength-wise is Sparksy homeless, but we are just purely looking at examples over here, right? So it is what it is, it is what it is. Okay, then moving on a little bit more, final is gonna be really good. Dahlia, fine, right? T, right? Very good, very nice. Yep, Archer is gonna be very good. Boot, okay, Boot, he'll actually clearing a little bit faster than Archer, which is gonna be crazy. Scylla, Blade, Sparksy main DPS, and everyone else is pretty much gonna be homeless, with the last DPS being Rappa, Jiao Qiu, as well as Saber. I'm gonna keep it, but I have no fucking idea who is using Jade in 2026, but whoever is using that Jade is, congratulations, you absolute... Oh, look, our Argente is still homeless. That's just really unfortunate. So that's gonna be that for our little list for Memory of Chaos. We're gonna jump straight into the converter usage rate, which I don't think it matters too much. It just really depends on like who is gonna be the more popular unit. But there's a saying that goes, just because a unit is popular doesn't mean a unit is really good for every single account, right? But obviously from a clear glance, it does appear that the flagship main push elation DPS is gonna be having a much higher popularity, right? Keyword just being popularity against Evanesia. So unfortunately, if you are an Evanesia main, it is not to say you are mainly a bad unit, it is just that you are less popular than Silver Wolf, which is fine, right? It's completely fine. And then we have a little bit of them Yao Guang, right? You're definitely gonna be pulling for them, you're gonna be pulling for Silver Wolf. Hyacinth is fine, DHP is fine for all the sustains. Sparksy going for the Blair. EMC, really good appearance. We do have ourselves a Cyrene, which is still extremely fucking popular. Caceres, Dahlia, Evan, all that kind of stuff. Firefly is still... Wait, Firefly is actually somehow more popular than Evanesia. Okay, you know what? That's not a surprise, because Firefly is Godfly, right? So that's gonna be done. DOT is kind of chilling, right? Sparkle, Lingsha, Sunday, Final is very nice. And Blade is actually a lot lower than I originally anticipated. I would expect M-Blade to actually have like a much higher appearance, because he has been deemed as like the unit right? You must pull Blade, right? This is God, right? Every single fucking... He is literally gonna be contested by every single fucking team, right? So it's just a little bit strange on how Blake literally has himself a lower usage rate than Tribby, bro. I think that's just a little bit silly, right? So anyway, we're just gonna move on a little bit more. That is great, that is great, that's great. Yep, okay, acheron, yep, that's very, very nice. Where is feixiao again? Oh. You know what? I don't need feixiao to be popular, bro. Alright, it just shows that the real feixiao mains out there, you guys will know what you're doing. Right? We do not need feixiao to get tainted by the fucking casuals anyway, so it's gonna be all good. Aglea is gonna be fine, all that kind of stuff, very, very good. Okay, now we're just gonna move on to our character usage rate over time, and that is going to be... Damn. Evanesia is actually still the fastest clear for now across our previous cycles. Then Silver Wolf is gonna be following very, very closely behind, which is to be expected because Elation. Asterisk is still maintaining her ground as the 6.6 cycle with actually a higher usage rate than both Elation main DPS, which is just really, really nice to see. Sparksy main DPS is kind of, you know, not as vulgar, but still okay. Then we have Hysilence, Asheville main DPS, Firefly is just doing Firefly stuff. Then we have Avonite main DPS from a very, very small population. Archer and Anexa is both gonna be lower in the minority over here, alongside with Finon, Mighty. Acheron looks like we are still gonna be at a 9.13, which is gonna be quite interesting. Nah, bro, this is just lies, bro. Bro, this is just lies, bro. There's no way feixiao is slower than Saber, bro. Nah, there's just no way feixiao is slower than Saber, bro. Like, why are we lying? Okay, we won't even need to look at 0 cycles. Full stars. Bro. Oh. I mean, it's not... Okay, literally, right? The only reason, right? The only reason why feixiao looks like she's getting washed is because of this fuckface over here, bro. Bro, this one fuckface over here, bro. Bro, y'all think E4 Welt Yang free, bro. Bro, y'all think E4 Welt Yang is free, bro. Nah, hell nah, bro. Right, bro, at the moment you take Buckle out of the equation, right? The moment you take Buckle out of the equation, bro, Saber physically ain't clearing shit, bro. Right, so the moment you take the free unit out of the fucking... Which is not free, by the way. He is not free, by the way. The free light code. Basically free light code. Sorry, my bad. Basically free light code. I do personally believe that feixiao is gonna be... And bro, it is literally just because feixiao can't make use of Welt Yang as easily as compared to others. That's it. That's all. So it's not that they won. It's just that Welt doesn't like feixiao. And it's completely fine. Alright, so let's just not talk about it anymore. Moving on into our sub DPS. How does Saber make use of it? Oh, it's because Saber is low-key skill point neutral, right? Because when you do the ABA, you get back 1 skill point. Whereas for feixiao, that shit ain't giving you back skill points, bro. And if you can use Welt Yang, you might as well just go ahead and use yourself the Moses, the Asheville's, the Blades, and then it will just rack up your cost. So cost maxing wise, it is because of... Okay, who even started the fucking narrative that Welt is free? The free light code. Basically free light code. Sorry, my bad. Basically free light code. E6 S5 Bubbin. That is, in fact, a free unit. Cause it ain't me, bro. Bro, I low-key almost got cancelled by the fucking Twitter community for saying Welt is free, by the way. So I'm literally saying Welt is not free. Right? Like, we are not standardizing E4 Welt to be a free unit, bro. I was actively protesting against it. But why y'all like? Bro, legit, why the fuck is my chat lying, bro? Do you guys have a fucking short-term memory or just lying fun? Bro, 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 look at this, guys. Look at this. This is the buckle, right? This is the buckle, right? Bro, I was literally crying, bro, when I'm saying that E4 welt is not even fucking supposed to be. I've never, ever said that. So, and then what to do, itty waddy, we are gonna be moving on. You said E6 bobbin is free, so okay, listen. We spent a grand total of a 0 fucking boost. So with all that being established, I'll be looking forward to the future showcases starting off right here today, because I am directly gonna be destroying anomaly arbitration with our brand new E6 S5 bobbin that is in fact a free unit. Cost bobbin, right? Basically 0 cost bobbin right here in our MrPokke's field of relatability, because I was so fucking rage baited by the previous video that I've simply had enough. I've genuinely... Okay, listen. Listen, okay? Can you listen? I have not said that E6 bobbin is free. Right? Basically 0 cost bobbin. And second of all, you are misspeaking. Right? You are misrepresenting yourself right now, because I basically not said that, right? Okay, I might have said something like S5 Ranmei is basically free. The free light cone. Basically free light cone. Basically, bro. I said basically, right? So I didn't say free. I said it's basically free, right? Maybe I might have said something along the lines of E6 bobbin is basically free, but I've never said they were free, bro. E6 S5 bobbin, that is in fact a free unit. Bro, I've never said they were free. Okay, you know what? If you want to say E4 welt is basically free, sure. But in the cost system, you have to be free. If you're not free, you will have a cost. Right? So for example, guys, MOC, alright, MOC is free. Because he is literally a 4-star. Right? So therefore, okay, do y'all really think E6 MOC is more difficult to obtain than an E4 welt? Think, chat. It's 5 stars against a 4-star, bro. Think. Are you really gonna spend golden companion tokens for welt? Because you are legit breaking your fucking account, bro. You are legit breaking your fucking account. I don't even have E6 MOC, by the way. Bro, that's the same people saying they don't have S5 DDD. Everyone has S5 DDD, right? So let's just stop LARPing. Everyone in HSR has an S5 DDD, which is why S5 DDD is a free light code, because everybody will have an S5 DDD. You know what, bro? I'm just gonna ask Twitter, guys. How about it? Let's just make this a fun little experiment where we ask Twitter. We will see then, alright? We will see who has a lower cost, right? So we will see how that is gonna be. Personally speaking, 1. Alright? Personally speaking. So we're just gonna see that. In any case, this is not a discussion about cost. This is a discussion about performance. So we are gonna be moving on right now. This is gonna be our Evernight. We have Black Swan, Kafka, Sparksy, He, all that kind of stuff. Very good. Azure sub DPS not doing too good. Yao Guang still doing very well. E0 Cyrene is still absolutely fucking putting in her work, because E0 Cyrene is E0 Cyrene. HMC is actually doing very well for his sustainers, followed by RMC. Sparkle, Field, Dahlia for the break slot people with more break slot. E0 Trippy, we have a little bit of is that RMC? Oh, that's HMC EMC. Oh, RMC gonna fail quite a bit. It is what it is. Then we have a lot of this other unit, which is kind of, ooh. Bro, how is Blade so low on launch, by the way? I feel like at this point, people are running him down. Like, they be using Blade like Jingyuan or some shit, bro. There's no way Blade on launch is this bad. So, because if bro is gonna stay at... It is launch MOC, chat. It's an MOC build for Blade's banner, bro. So how the hell is my triple tier 0 gonna be at this for his launch performance? It is gonna be a little bit... Bro, I think they decided to LARP. When casuals decide to LARP and they just do anything and everything with Blade, I think his performance is definitely gonna be dipping a little bit more, generally speaking, right? We have Hue... Oh, wow. Wow, Hue is actually the fastest clearing sustain, which is, you know what, it's not to anyone's surprise because energy regeneration for evidence, yeah? As well as DOT, so absolutely fair. MOC is an old phase, so most people cleared it already. You know what, that's fair? But wouldn't that mean that if there are lesser people using Blade because they already clear MOC, it means that it will filter out even more casuals? Because casuals wouldn't clear MOC again. So those people that use Blade to clear again, they probably know what they're doing, right? So how the fuck is my triple tier 0 gonna be clearing slower than an E0 well, bro? Absolutely fucking not. So that's just gonna be that. We're just gonna move on a little bit more to the final performance, and that is gonna be team usage, which is very, very nice. I'm just gonna sort by cycles a little bit. Oh wow. The fastest clearing team is DOT with a Cyrene. Very interesting. Followed by Mimo Slop. Is that a 2-cost clear? Oh, 2 plus 7, guys. Yeah, this is an E6 as well, right? So it's 2 plus 7 with a Evernight, Cyrene, RMC, and a Welt Yang sustain. Absolute fucking cinema. Yo, wait, this team actually looks pretty fun. We'll probably try out this team for ourselves very, very soon. We have another DOT with M-Blade. 2.5 is the next closest thing. So there's quite a bit of DOTs. It's like 3 different DOTs for side 1 on a choice of Cyrene, Blade, or Bubbin. Then the 5th fastest clearing is gonna be Acheron Sustainless with a Sustain Well, plus 7 in it. Yeah, 3 plus 7 cost. Very, very exceptional. Firefly is using E... Okay, this has to be E0, right? It's E0 Tribute. Then if you slap on like an E2 plus, should be E2 Firefly alongside E1 Tribute for a 1.2, which is actually really, really good. As a matter of fact, you can literally replace the Runmate / HMC slot for either Blade or Tribute. So Tribute gives you true damage AV advance. Blade gives you defense down vulnerability, which is also pretty interesting. So that's gonna be down there. Then we have a couple of, oh, wow, full man team. Male, the old gay team. Very, very exceptional. And look at that, guys. Yo, chat, look at that. Feixiao coming in at a top 10 in it. With a sustain, by the way. With a sustain. The acheron clear did it with a plus 7 E6 as well. Yeah. So this is bad, right? But with a sustain, Feixiao is still absolutely clapping some cheeks, if I can say so myself. With that, we're gonna move on to the second half, and that is gonna be... Oh, wow. Fastest clear is actually Asheville, Blade, Tribby, and Lingsha against the Evil Pom Pom. Then we have ourselves Silver Wolf. Silver Wolf is clearing faster with Tribby. Then where the fuck did Sparksy go, by the way? How is this even possible? Wait, why is the... This is E0, right? How the fuck is a full E0 Tribby clearing almost 2 cycles faster than Sparksy, bro? To be fair, this is one guy, right? To be completely fair, this is one... Okay, maybe 6 guys against like 24,000 guys. But it is still very, very interesting how... I guess the gap between casuals using Elation and non-casual using Elation is pretty high. Because I can't imagine this full E0 team out clearing this. It's just not possible. Especially with Huawei and Sparky. And it's against Pom Pom Boss, right? It's just not against Pom Pom Boss. Which is literally a stage built for Sparky, because you get punchlines. So like I just find that to be like really, really fucking interesting. But other than that, we have Evidency. Slightly slower, right? Slightly slower compared to Silver Wolf. But then again, the gap between E1 is huge though. So the moment you slot in E1 plus, Evidency is gonna be out clearing Silver by almost like an entire cycle. Whereas if it's gonna be full E0, they are around the same caliber, using the exact same support. So that is gonna be really, really interesting. Then we have this Lingsha sustain, which is just quite interesting. All the other things, ooh, look at that. Tier 0 DPS, right? Bro, who the fuck is doing Sunday, bro? I am absolutely fucking cocksure if you were to slap on EMC over Sunday, you will clear faster than this team. Straight up, right? So it ain't what to do. All the other stuff is gonna be okay, right? Very, very cool, very, very nice. Is there a well main DPS? I see. Before we jump on into the last segment, which is gonna be, alright, there's APOC shells as well. Shit, I'm like way more interested in anomaly arbitration though. Okay, before we get on to APOC shadows, generally as a summary, right, in a grand summary, fastest clearing DPS. Alright, this is in fact the fastest clearing DPS at a 4.05 cycle for this current brand new rotation of memory. Wait, there's a new feature in team filtering. Oh, is that so? What? Oh! Oh, that is cool. Oh, that is pretty cool. I see. Oh, that is just pretty cool, isn't it? Okay, so yeah, you know what? We're gonna do this more frequently. So for node 1, fastest clear by acheron is a 3 cycle, followed by 0.47. And then acheron is it's a little bit slow. But let's see what happens when we swap over, you know what I'm saying? Bro, 1 cycle, bro. Alright, 1 cycle, right? So, as a result, there's gonna be a really, really good performance from Mr. feixiao. And then acheron is just kind of 6-7, right? That's gonna be very, very nice. 7-10, right? That's not gonna be too good. Very, very nice. Okay, I am gonna wrap up the Memory of Chaos portion right now. TLDR, feixiao W, Evanesia, and Silver Wolf, they are around the same caliber. Or E2 final is going to be coming out very, very soon as well, which is just going to be absolutely exceptional. So with that being established, we're now going to move on into APOC Shadows. Pause. Chat, I don't think we can move on to APOC Shadows because I do need to hop on to Epic 7. So for APOC Shadows as well as Anomaly Arbitration, I will do them tomorrow because I do need to hop on to exclamation E7 right now. So with that, we are going to come to the end of today's content. Did Mortonix Blade already fall off? Who is the greatest DPS in the latest MOC edition? Let me know what you guys think and thoughts and comments down below. Word of the day is gonna be if I see anyone typing that this. Okay, you know what? Wait, let me see. Whoa. Wait, hold on. Let me see this. Unfortunately, there are a lot of silly people on Twitter which they can't count because somehow they think that a free 4-star is gonna be a higher cost. They think a 4-star is a higher cost than Well Yang. Join Twitch, join YouTube, join Discord, join Twitter. Use code BOGI for 10% off Gamersoft. All the best for guys. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you. Yo, title of this video. It's time to address the